Well, good afternoon from Atlanta. Not really anywhere else where you can find this type of stuff or even the type of planes we have today. This is actually the home of Delta Airlines. So we got a lot in store, don't we? Well, you made it to the right place. You made it to ATL, Hartsfield Jackson, Atlanta. So first of which we got the Southwest 737. Man, it feels like a long time since I've even spotted from here. That went off, so and then we got this Delta 757 in the background. You can clearly tell right there. That is a 757. Probably headed off somewhere here on the East Coast. It's starting to get dark, but we got nighttime spotting for all of you tonight. I believe that one's going somewhere. I'm not too sure where that plane is going. Oh, now it's taking off. Well, that's just one of them. This is just the warm-up to the entirety of the spot. And also we got this Delta 767 being parked over here. I just believe that this is just going to be parked here for a few hours, or if not a few days. I believe they're going to do maintenance over here. So we are at the Renaissance Concourse Hotel here in Atlanta. It is so nice. You get such uninterrupted views from the hotel. Also, we just got another CRJ coming in. I believe that one came in from one of Delta's main backbones of the part, but it's so good to be back after like ages of not plane spotting here. That one for you is something a little bit different. This one, the one that came in, that one's flight 5225 from Brunswick. That one's CRJ 700ER. So about this place, this is also going to be the future home of AvCon, the Aviators Convention. This will officially be the home of everything Delta, and pretty much everything aviation related on over here. So, if you guys just joined the stream, like and subscribe, turn on those bell notifications, and you'll be taking off, just like this CRJ. will just be taking off just like that CRJ 700ER. There's a lot more. There's a lot more spotting. There's 717s. So you got A300s with UPS. They have unfortunately retired the MD-11s due to the scariest crash in pretty much the entirety of aviation history. So that's no longer that. That's now a thing of the past. Don't ask me all about it. We got more on the way. We got a C100 900 LR taking off to Chattanooga, Tennessee, Chattanooga, Georgia. Whatever you tell me is where it's taking off to. That one, taking off to Chattanooga. This one over here, this one I believe is a 737 900ER, the one with the actual door. This one, it came in from Louisville, Kentucky. That one's flight 1126. Just for your pleasure. There it is, going over to Terminal S, to one of the terminals over here at ATL. We got this one over here. Sorry about the audio. We're in the hotel room. That one taking off to Milan, Italy, flight 174. That one is 767 400ER. We don't see that much back home in California. We just only see A321neos, A319s, all that jazz. We only see all that type of stuff only up in LA, but never here in Atlanta. Atlanta's different. I hear a plane taxiing or turning on. I hear one of those roaring up there. That one going up to one of these gates. So there's a Delta A321neo pushing back from the gates. That one heading to LAX. No, not an A350. This one's a neo. This is the new engine option of the A321. This is something new over here. I am not the airline. Never the airline, never anyone that just does it over here in beautiful ATL. Well, I do apologize for the random shutoffs. This thing just does it. I just got this bad boy fixed, so it's gonna be like that for a while. So there's a Southwest flight taking off over there on that other side of the airport over there. I believe that one's heading somewhere. Let's see where this one. That one heading to Orlando, Florida. That one is flight 314. And we got this there you go. That one up to Orlando. Now back to this one. This one is going up to LAX, where I just came in from LA. Everything about it is completely different. No matter where you go, you always have something new beyond yourself. This is in fact one of them. You actually get a good view of Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson over here. So over here is the what we call the private, what I will call this the private area, private aircraft area. So this is where all the non-profile stuff, so all the just owners over here. And over here is we got another CRJ 700ER. So back over here, we got this one that's wearing this special sticker. The Andrew Young sticker, the ambassador to the world. This one, not entirely new. And then we got another CRJ. This one's, I believe, a 900 LR. There you go, smoothly in. Then we got that 757. Or either, yep, 757 taking off over there on that other side of ATL. That one, in fact, taking out, that was at 8-20, they were heading to West Palm Beach, Florida. Let's go ahead and fix that focus. Really good. Just fix it. Just got blurry on its own again. There we go. It's gonna fix the focus. Just keep things well maintained here. Alright, so that one I believe came in from somewhere. It has to come in from somewhere. That one came in from LaGuardia, from New York's LaGuardia. I've heard such thing as New York JFK, but not LaGuardia. You go ahead and tell me up there. You tell me what's LaGuardia, what's JFK. You tell me that. Don't tell anyone else. I just tell me that. Tell me what's different than what's not. Over there we got an A3. It looks like an A350. No, A321 Neo. And then we got this E175 over here. Alright, so this one heading let's go see what runway we got up here on Flight Radar. We got this one's gonna be heading up to either 8 right or 8 left. So I believe 8 left is for arrivals, 8 right is for takeoffs. Or just departures, just to make it that. Also there is the Delta hangar over there. And then we have we got a mix of Alaska, Southwest, and Delta over there. And we got this Delta plane coming in. Alright, that one must have come in from somewhere, so let me go ahead and set that to a side. That one came in from Philadelphia. That one's flight 2036. This one's 737-900ER. Alright, this one in fact heading up over here onto 8 right. This one heading up to LAX. Or if not, it could change its decision. It could really well change itself to wherever they might put this. On over there, as soon as I was getting off my American flight, is the special Team USA A350-900 wearing the special color to support the 2026 Milan Olympics up there in Milan, Italy, where Delta is the proud partner of Team USA over there. Over here we got the 717-200. This one heading up somewhere, but not entirely to. So that one is heading up to Savannah, Georgia. This one 717-200. They don't make them anymore. Sadly enough, they don't. Sadly enough, they are bare bones. They're either getting replaced by A220s and probably A321s. Or there goes Frontier on that other side, which I don't really recommend even if you're getting off. Just go to your hotel room. I don't care. I don't care what you find folks say, but you do you. Especially over here, I believe that's the A220. No, I'm sorry, that's an E175 over there, taxiing on back over to the gates. That A321 Neo just slowly trying to figure out what runway you're going to use to take off, to get out of here. So we are in Atlanta, Georgia. Just to those who are joining into the stream, we are in fact in Atlanta, Georgia. We're at the nice Renaissance Hotel. It's a beautiful hotel over here. It's beautiful. I really recommend it. This hotel is undergoing renovation or construction, so just allow yourselves to be okay out here. Just allow yourselves to be okay. And we got a 717 in the background. Oh, we got a race over here. Alright, there she goes. This one, I'm not too sure where this one could be going, but this one could be going to, well, we already know for this one's going up to LAX. Back to LAX, but this one's going to be a nighttime flight. Over on back to LA, got going over to Los Angeles. This one we got it's like an A321 taking off over there on the other side. They switch operations, so everything's different over here. Alright, and then that one, we'll be heading over here to 8 right on over here. This one's an A321neo. I flew on just one with American Airlines, so it was a pretty solid flight. I don't really, and it looks like we're under a storm. I think we might get some rain, but let's see how that one's gonna play out tomorrow after I get back from AvCon tomorrow. But I will be at AvCon tomorrow morning, filming it, documenting everything. So there's the A321neo now about to take off to LAX. So they do fly A350s to LA again. I don't know why, or I don't know how they did that, but here we go. There she goes, off to LAX. Man, it feels like a fever dream over here, and over in ATL. Get to see not one over here, but two 767s over here. This one just came in. They just parked it for the day, so they're going to do some routine maintenance on this bird, and then we got another one. We have another 767, 300 ER, just going to be parked over here, and then we got 1757, 1717, 1737. There's two 757s, 1717. I don't know. I just feel Atlanta's really nice out here, especially at this time of day. Door slam alert. Door slam over there, back in my room. Wonder what happened over there. Something horrid happened? Oh no, they whatever he does, you tell me that. Don't tell anyone else that. Just tell me. You would be absolutely fine in here. Just saying. And then we got more departures, and then this one I believe came in from. Well, I believe either this one's going to Phoenix Sky Harbor or just a regular charter over here. I'm either just curious about it because now the lights are turning on. It is nearly 7:15 p.m. over here in Atlanta, so it's 4 o'clock back home in LA, in the California area. So I believe that one is a charter flight, or they're gonna swap it out maybe. It's going over there. Wind is starting to pick up. We got this Frontier A321 or is it an A321 Neo? It is an A321 Neo. I'm guessing by, so it's going onto the other side of the airport. So last year, Delta celebrated 100 years of flying across the U.S. and into international territory. Congratulations, Delta. Now go celebrate. Anyway, that Team USA plane is still at the gate. I wonder if we'll see it take off today. I wonder if we'll even see it take off at all. So that plane you're seeing over there came in from Norfolk. Not sure what state, but it just came in from Norfolk. Got another one up there headed up to 8 right over there. One up to 8 right. Funny enough, there was an incident 2 years ago where a CRJ and A350 collided badly. It ended badly. The CRJ had to be completely ridden off, and then months or even not years later, returned back to service. Returned right back to service. That was something that was pretty uneventful. So, yes, and it is almost 7 o'clock here in Atlanta. Over there is the other side with the parking garage where you can actually plane spot from. I wouldn't really go there. Just going over here to the Renaissance Concourse Hotel, and you'd get really good views of the airport itself. There's a Delta 737 that landed over there on that other side. Not really much action going on over here. So there's a 717 that just landed here from another city, but you can just look that up. You can look that up. That one came in from Greensboro, North Carolina. That one is 2772. This one's ancient. Sorry about that, my watch is going bananas. Where is it? Where is it? Also, now we got a Delta 757. This one came in from Santa Ana, California. John Wayne Airport. This one is a 757-200. Flew in. This one is I believe this one's an XTWA airplane. And then here's Southwest pushing back from. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. There it is over there. That one's, I believe, it's a 737 MAX 8. So could be coming on over here to the, possibly over here to the north, to this side. Possibly, I'm not too sure. There's an A320 or A319 taking off over there. Looks like an A320. Alright, and then that Southwest airplane could be either going to Dallas Love Field or Houston Hobby. You see that one's heading to Denver. This one is a 737 MAX 8. They did just change their open seating policies, and they just took that away. They've had that since, I don't know when they probably started operation. They took that away, so that thing is no longer to be found on Southwest flights. They now assign it to you, which is kind of ridiculous because some of us grew up with the old Southwest Airlines, and most of us even, in fact, loved the airline as growing up. Like this over here. Alright, that one must have come in from somewhere. That one came in from Indianapolis, Indiana. So this one came in from Indiana. On over there, we have a plane taking off. This one is a 717. They look like CRJs, don't they? Look like CRJs over there. This one heading off to Denver, Colorado. This one pushing back from the gates, from that terminal. There's so many terminals here. This airport is completely confusing because you don't know what terminal or what gate they assign you, but then they later on switch your gate, and then this kind of happened to me one time when I was flying out of here. This was this morning. We flew out. Well, we were supposed to go to Tom Bradley, then they switched our gate back to Terminal 4. We were supposed to fly to Terminal 4, then they switched us to Tom Bradley, and then they switched us back to Terminal 4. So it's kind of a cat and mouse type of game, or four corner type of game, where they switch your gate and then they try to go after, and then you try to go find your gate, and then they later just can't. They're like, "Yep, sorry, switch your gate." So, so it's gonna be like that for a while. That plane we just saw when I was landing. This one came in from Seoul, Incheon. This one's flight 188. So they do have a partnership with Korean Air. So I believe you get some good perks over here. On over here. So here's the Southwest flight over here. That one, I believe, this one looks like 737-800. I believe this one's pushing back from the gates. Either Terminal E, Terminal D. I cannot tell what terminal. So, over here, the pool over here, unfortunately, this one is covered up. I believe this one's going to be shut down for a while, or it might open later in the summer. We'll see on that. The summer season has just begun. Everything about it has really changed. This one is still, how is it? So it's still pushing back. There's a CRJ in the background. This one I believe is yet to, so this one is officially pushing back from the gates. So they're having some difficulty, or this one is, it's either in a arrival flight or it's pushing back. So it's pushing back from the gate, and the gate's over there. That one's a MAX 8, this one's heading up to Denver. There's another A350 over here. There's another A350 over here. It's not going anywhere. It's just going to stay here for either for the night or for an outbound type of flight. So, and then there goes the other one. So there goes Frontier. Yeah. Nothing really much has changed. Here comes another 737. Must have come from somewhere. Let's see where that plane must have come in. That came in from Portland, Oregon. Now it's flight 539, 737. Again, it's a 900 ER. We keep getting that 2 minute 900 ERs. We only got two Airbus planes. One A330, one A321 Neo. Where's the variety over here? Also, there is more variety over here and over there. That A320 is in fact pushing back from the gates over there. See where that plane's heading. This one heading to Omaha, Nebraska. Boy, I will imagine how bad it's up there. Too many wildfires up there. I shall say, there's too many wildfires up there. Up there in Nebraska. So don't go to Nebraska at this time. It's really bad up there. Also, we could probably go into nighttime territory. The sun is in fact going down on over there. It's starting to get a little late, but it's nearly 7 o'clock, but I also want to welcome all the viewers who are coming into the stream. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe and like the stream. We really appreciate it. See what's on over there. There's an A321 over there. There's a special JetBlue Punta Cana livery, some special livery. It's over there, over at the gates over there, over there. There's a special JetBlue livery. Over there we got an A320-200 with United Airlines. Not sure that one's gonna be an outbound or an inbound. So here comes Southwest to A to right. So this one will be taking off from there. That one's final departing. This one is starting up. So that one probably because it's completely different here than over there in California. We got a let's see. We got this Delta 757 over there. This one's coming in. Oh boy. The focus got tripped a little bit. Let's see. Alright. Here's that plane over there. This one's an A321 at 200. This one, I believe it's fairly new. This one coming in, no, this one's heading up to Denver. Here we go. We got this all Falcon here. So we have a Dassault Falcon here. Wow, that's exciting. And then we got fighter jets over here. I believe it's what's going on with the conflict over in the Middle East. So prayers go out to all of you. We got another 737. That's all we got right now. Southwest Max 8. This one heading up to Columbus, then that one heading up to Denver. It's a Max 8. Here we go. Enjoy this takeoff during the sunset hour. Over there. We've got the A319 just sitting there over there at that terminal. I'm gonna be real with all of you. Okay, that United plane just pushed back from the gates, so this can either head up to 8 right over there on the other side. I don't know. This is really exciting. We got to see pretty much my fever dream come to reality because this airport is so huge. Now we're heading up to Houston Intercontinental. The JetBlue flights heading up to JFK is flight 820. This one has yet to push back from the official gates as what we speak of. That one heading on over here, there's like barely any room because it's all taken up by these birds over here. One over here, and then there's another one over there. So it's really a fever dream because we don't really see A320s. We don't really see that much A320s in LAX because they got rid of them. Well, I mean, some typically with Puerto Vallarta routes, or JFK routes, or Boston routes. Comes an American jet. All right, that one over there heading to Houston. This one heading to Omaha, Nebraska. So we'll stick with the Delta, and then we're going over back to United. Man, what an evening from Atlanta. This is like the day before AvCon even begins. I'm giving you some pre-AvCon plane spotting from one of the world's busiest airports in probably the world, if not even the U.S. It was an A320. I'm sorry, A319. Well, there she goes, off to Omaha. This JetBlue flight is still at the gates. How is it still at the gates? Okay, that one is over there at the gates. This one on over here. This one hasn't begun its taxing yet. But Frontier over here is heading up here for an 8 right departure. So that A320neo, this one's heading up to Chicago Midway. This one's $22.91. So this one is one of those flights I don't really see here at ATL. I don't really see much of Frontier flights like at all because they always pick the north. Also, there is police activity or just some type of activity going on over there. There's an A330neo or 300. Also, there's like 5 fighter jets here. I'm a bit worried. Also, there goes United. This one could be an 8 right departure. I have no idea if it's gonna be if it's gonna go on to that side or if it's gonna be on this side. But the 757 is pushing back over here. A rare side we don't really see that much around here. This one is not really going anywhere. This one's probably gonna be turned over to the gates. Going over to one of the many Delta gates or terminals. Concourses, to be exact, on that stuff. Also, we got this bird. Alright, and then we got that Delta plane taking off, C320. that one's a UPS. Comes in yours more. It's not stop here. That one's going somewhere. So that E319 going to Colorado Springs. The other one heading up to Midway, as mentioned. That E39, the 717, is heading up to Asheville. This kind of sounds weird. I'm not gonna lie. That United E320 will be taking off on the other side of the airport. That would be for you. For them. That would be runways 9 left. They'll be using 9 left over there. So bummer we won't see the A320 over here. We'll see the Sun Country plane for sure. That for one thing. Can't really zoom in all the way, so. Oh well. Alright, and then that JetBlue Punta Cana livery is still at the gate. Probably it's because they have yet to push back from the gates. Then we got this. We got this bird on over here. Where is it? We got that Alaska plane. I thought they didn't fly to Atlanta. I thought they flew to like some other markets, not this market. Oh well then. Alright, and then we got that. We had a UPS 767-300 freighter. That one coming in from Louisville, Kentucky. That one just delivered in March of just last month. Are you serious? So they're gonna end it next year. So next year, come 2027, they'll end all the 767 freighter production. Alright, that one, you can literally hear its engines. That United 737-700, this one taking off to, let's go see, this one taking off to Chicago O'Hare. This one's 737-700. Then we got this JetBlue, the Puerto Rico livery. This one delivered to them in 2009. I was only just a little kid at the time. What a surprise. How on earth do you keep getting something that's old as a rock on over here to Atlanta? I guess Atlanta does serve JFK, I guess. If we've seen any JetBlue planes take off here, please bring them here. This will be absolutely epic to nearly end up the night. Then we got a 777 over there. That was a 777-300ER coming in from Paris, France. We'll stick with the Air France 777, and then we'll go on back onto the 8 right departures. This is taking off on 9 onto 9 right. So just gonna fix that. We got this strange delivery. This is the Republic Airways plane. Not sure where you can find it. You can only find these on the east coast of the U.S. Wow, that's where we can only find it here. There it is down there. Looks like a 200ER. Let's see. Yep, it is a 777 or 200ER landing on over there. Over on the other side, on 9 left, on 9 right, 9 left is departures. Just Gone over here to the 737 over here. Should wait ATC clearance, and we got a no, that Alaska probably might go first. Either one of these might go first. Who knows what? Only who knows what is happening. So that one now taking off. We got a Frontier A321. Go back on over to the southwest, to the Alaska. I'm sorry. It's all because the airport is too chaotic. There goes the United A320 up there to Houston Intercontinental. There it is up there, going all the way up there to Houston. That's a big hop with an A320. Not sure how United does it, but that's how they do it. Okay, so we have a plane over there. It's starting to get dark, but we'll switch on over to night vision. If 737 over there, this A321 that just landed. Must have come from somewhere. Must have come. This one's from, again, LaGuardia. JFK is better than this because they actually have more. I believe that one's, again, I believe that one's a JetBlue hub. We see a lot of JetBlue A320s over there. Not really much. But only, okay, we have an A319 or A320. Looks like an A320. Yep, A320. Okay, that one still at the gate. Here comes another. There's an A321. Finally, it's in the Airbus worthy. Alright, that one's probably off to somewhere. That one's gonna be heading to Minneapolis. Again, A321, we got another 737, 900 ER. Let's put this one over here. That one came in from, we saw, this one's the rare version. This one has the door. The other one's that one that it was just a fake door. So this one came in from Kansas City, Missouri. This one heading to Chicago. Rare birdie here. Alright, that one up to Chicago. There's the pretty sunset in the background. We will do nighttime plane spotting here because tomorrow we have a big day ahead of ourselves. So tomorrow we got the convention. There's again another Republic. I believe that 737 is gonna sit there. This one, this A320 has nothing to push back. You're up to 717. So that one came in from Knoxville. Yep, that one was a 777-200ER. That one's flight 32. So this one is supposed to leave at 7:30. So they are effect on time, I think. We have a 737 Southwest. We have an 800. There's the A320 again. One over there. There's the 737. This one taken off, I believe, to Dallas. No, Chicago midway. I love that. Anyway, so it is nearly nightfall. It is 7:20 p.m. Well, it's nearly the top of the half hour. That plane hasn't pushed back yet. Well, it's probably loading up more passengers than what's noteworthy of. We got a A330. No, yeah, it's an A330. This one not going. This one is not going on over here. This one's going on over there onto my left. That A330. That one, in fact, is heading up to Sao Paulo, Brazil, where the NFL just had it was broadcasted on YouTube. But out of all of them, but it makes more sense because most of us don't have cable. Most of us do. Most of us do. Most of us don't. And that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's not good. I'm sorry, but JetBlue. That Delta A330. That one heading off to Sao Paulo. This one, that one's 105. We have an A321neo. Alright, holy cow. Love the sound of those GTFs. What was not so good, the Crisis. This one coming in from Detroit. Detroit, Michigan. Alright, that Delta, well, there's the JetBlue plane over there. We got a 717. This one is a rare but good oldie. There's no planes yet, but that one should take off. That one, I believe, taking off to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. We got another heavy arrival on 9 right. Get out of here. That one, an A330 300 or 200. Looks like an A330. Wow, did not expect that. There's the A330 over there. Right over there on my patio. There it is, right there. My companion is watching TV, so okay, I mind that. Okay, there's 757. That A330 should touch down. Or there it is, right there. That one's an A330 200. I got my first guess right. It was an A330-200. That one is coming in from Lagos, flight 55. It's an A330 200. Hold on, let me turn this back on. I need to turn on the setting. Okay. Well, I'll do that after once I hit the end button. Yes, I'm feeling pretty good. There it is, right there. There's a 777 200ER with GE90 engines. They should have gone with like, okay, GE was obviously a pretty good choice. Okay, here's an A321neo. 717. Taking off, we got another A330 in the background. We'll stick with the 717. Then we'll go to the A330. Alright, there's the A330-300. That one was a 200. Also, that's pretty cool. We'll take it off in the one arriving. That's pretty sick. Not all the time you see that. That one coming in from Paris, flight 85. Over at LAX, they use the A350. Over here, they use the A330. Also, there is a plane taking off over there. I'm sorry, that one's an A319 with United with the IAE series engines. Over there. That one coming in from Dulles. That one coming in from Washington Dulles. 7:26 p.m. But we're riding pretty good out here. There's another 737. That one pushing back. There's more wide bodies over here. There's a 767. There's two. There's one 767-400ER here. That's yet to push back from the gates, but the confirmation of the destination is still unknown. The JetBlue A320 with the special livery over there hasn't pushed back. It's on radar. We should see the pushback in the next couple of minutes. 9 left and 9 right are still open. It is starting to get dark out here. We're about to fall into nighttime territory. So get your popcorn ready. We're gonna see a lot of epic arrivals. Got another A321neo arrival. There goes the A330, the one that's taken off. There it goes. That one headed off. That one headed off to Sao Paulo, flight 105. Sounds like the 105 freeway back up to California. Kind of sounds exactly familiar. Now I get it. Anyway, that A321 is heading back up to Detroit. There's still more arrivals on the list. We have another 737. This one is different. This one has those, what you call those actual doors. This is also present on the MAX 9. But this one has a different type of code when they first got this plane. Alright, that one heading up tier 2, 8 right. That one is arriving over there on that other side. It's another Boeing, but I prefer more at Airbus. This A320 is pushing back from the gates, from that terminal and that concourse over there. Let's see that one. They're pushing back from Concourse C. Here comes a CRJ over here. Uh-oh. Looks like we got nutcracker action over there. One taking off, and one arriving. Alright, so we had some nutcracker-like action on the other side. I'm not sure where they're going to park this plane for the night. That one's a CRJ 700ER. Not sure where that plane's going to go. Here we have a 737 900ER. Again, it's also going to be parked. So it's kind of satisfying to hear the sounds of these amazing engines, and also because the fact that I'm here in Atlanta is something crazy. A whole new destination for like 2 days, and after that, also we gotta have a Frontier plane. There's that A321neo. Just came in. It says either going to go to Concourse B or Concourse C. This airport is super packed. I'm just going to say that right there. There's a DHL plane just sitting there. We just had a UPS 767-300ER, and then we got a Delta A321. Headed back to Detroit. That was crazy. We had one A321 taking off, one A321 landing, but I believe one came in from Punta Cana, the other one heading off back to Detroit. So we had one domestic, one international, which is kind of crazy because I have never seen such action like that. It's like in the 2020s. So there's that plane, you know, the United A319 just sitting there. We have a A320, that one special one, it's 730. Should be pushing back from the gates anytime soon. That one is a 2009 built A320, but it's wearing a special Puerto Rico livery. Presuming where of which singer performed in the halftime show does not really make it any difference. Also, we haven't had that much of liveries, special ones. We haven't. Well, Team USA is still. Let me fix the focus. The Team USA plane is still sitting over there at the international concourse, so it's sitting, I believe, Concourse E, still sitting there with the Air France here at this point here. What a surprise for such thing. And then we have the A330neo. Huh. Looks like we got a pretty good surprise on over here. Wow. Never such a thing as waltz of the snowflakes, but now waltz of airplanes. Okay. I'm gonna stop with the Nutcracker references. It's not even Christmas yet, but wow, this feels like a Christmas miracle. Out of an actual ballet. Okay. So that one is going into the terminal, into Concourse E, I believe, with the other planes. Or it's going on over to the Delta hangar to spend the rest of the day over there. And then we have this bird. We have a 737. Then we got this A321. Then we got an A321 coming in. Looks like that had to happen. Not even kidding. Not presented by my local ballet corporation. Okay, so it is now officially sunset out here in Atlanta. It is now sunset territory. There's the A321 over there. That one has to head off to at least to a U.S. type city. That one, in fact, heading off to Ontario, back to Southern California. Looks we got a Max 8 over here. So that one off to Ontario. Now we're all just sitting here with, I'm sorry, this looks kind of creepy. Well, okay, there is one with this with that sticker, and then there's just this one just sitting here. The engines, one engine's moving. That's weird. That's kind of eerie. Like one engine's already moving, and then this one just still. That's kind of eerie looking. That one hasn't pushed back yet. These ones are probably going to be taxing on over here. We have a huge parade of planes. 717, that one just arrived. This one, that one just arrived. And then that's Southwest Airlines, so it must come in. That one came in from Kansas City, Missouri. So the Chiefs are going to be in the thing. So this one's flight. This is flight a trend number that I don't even care about anymore. Also, that looks beautiful. Fly Delta jets. Oh, I will in the near future. Don't try me. Don't try me. I will for sure fly them again. Also, that was kind of weird. Whew, we had a little incident. There's an A321 over there. We have a 737, another one. We'll sit with the A321 for right now. Oh, the camera turned off again. Oh, we got 757 over here. Oh wow! Okay, that one is about to take off. Let's go back to the radar because we have a the A320 has not pushed back. It is now 738. Should have been pushed back by probably before like 7:15 at least. So we're bringing the A330. This is the CF6 engines. If it's newer, then it has the General Electric engines. These are by GE Aerospace. This one was built in 2005. So this one has the Pratt & Whitney engines, which was inherited from the Northwest Airlines days. Well, most before all of you, chat, was born. So we had that before we had modern day technology, before we had iPhones, before heck even, oh look at this! Look at this bird over here! Alright, so this one is coming over here, I think, because holy moly, we saw this over at LAX when I had the Axoon SEMO product. Don't ever buy them because they don't work. I tried that with the official Axoon CF, did junk to fix my issue. Did junk to fix it. So we'll stick with this. We'll stick with the A330-300 for right now before we get that A320 decides to depart. Well, that A220 came in from Boston. That CRJ is heading to Bentonville. This one is gonna be towed over here. But yeah, so there's another 717. Excuse me, my sniffles. Anyway, it is now officially nighttime territory. We have another plane flying over the hotel, over this hotel. Looks like it's flying over the hotel. I couldn't even tell because it's so high up. You couldn't even tell even 1 inch in the sky. Couldn't even tell. And also we got a Delta 757-200. How many more do we have? Unlimited. There's no end to this. There's like no end to plane spotting. It keeps going. It keeps going, okay? There's the A330 again. This one registered November 809 November Whiskey. So this one was a Northwest A330. Here it comes. Look at this. Man, that was crazy. So we had a Turkish Airlines 777-300ER and a 757 take off at the same time. That one coming in from Istanbul. This one's flight 31. That one's flight 31. See how that bird is? 2011. So this plane is about, who knows how many, I think 15 years. So this one 15 years. So this plane is 15 years of age. Delivered to them in 2011. Boy, it does not feel right to plane spot this time at night. The lights are turning on around the airport. There is a plane over there that the Frontier can't really see well because we're not on that side. We're on the Renaissance Hotel side. So that A220 is heading up to where the United planes are. So we have a 717 up next for departure. We also have let me see, we also have this bird over here. This one is one of my favorite birds. So we have the 767-400ER yet to push back. Hopefully it comes on over here because that was epic. Here's the other shot of the 777 right here. I'm sorry, that was crazy. That was one huge thing we don't expect here in ATL. Not even from the first time I was here. From the first time I got here, so this has the sunscreen nose. This one is very odd. We don't really see that much of 777s around here. We saw 777-200ER on the other side on 9 right. Not really much over here. Much more over here. Here's the 717 again. have the so that 717 taking off somewhere. I don't know where it's going, but so that's 717. In fact, okay, that was heading up to Seattle. This one, let me see what that one was heading up to. This one heading up to Nashville, Music City. If I can just say right there. There's the A320, not pushing back. How? So that plane is yet to push back from the gates. We have a Frontier A320 Neo, or yeah, you can't really see it. It's not anywhere around here. Oh well, we missed it. So Sunset Territory. There's another one on over here. Alright, that one must have come from someone. So that one is, let me see, that one coming in from Chicago O'Hare again. Which airport are you going to pick, Frontier? O'Hare or Midway? So you're either operating Midway and you're mixing Midway and O'Hare. It doesn't really help the fact that you operate at 2 Chicago airports. Just saying. And then we have this bird. Another one of those, and we have a United Max. Hopefully this one takes off here on 8 right, because we just had a 777 arrival on 8 left. If I may ask, that one's a Max 8. This one heading up to San Francisco. So back to San Francisco. I was supposed to go there, and then it never happened. So we'll look for that one to that one later. I'm just gonna say that. We're still gonna go to San Francisco, but it's gonna be at a later date, either this summer or next year. But also tomorrow we have the AvCon convention, so I will be at AvCon with the other aviation creators, but it's for the aviation fans and geeks across the world. There's an A321 taxiing over there. We have a Delta. Let me fix this. We have an E175 taking off. We have this United plane heading to San Francisco. What more could I say about Atlanta? There's way too many departures over here. There's Delta over here, as a matter of fact. Fix that. There's Virgin Atlantic over there. That looks like an A350-1000 or 787-9 Dreamliner. Anyway, so the lights are officially turning on. It is now golden hour territory. So it is now officially 7:48. So it would be 4:48 if you did take a 3-hour flight. But I won't be going home till Sunday, so we're gonna be plane spotting again in the morning. It might rain, so let's see how that's gonna go. I'm gonna be very careful with the equipment, so that way if it gets damaged. This CRJ plane just arrived. That one coming in from Allentown. This one is CRJ 900LR. Okay. We have we have a Frontier plane on over here. We have a we have a Delta 757 over there on 9 right. So that one coming in from Bozeman here to Atlanta. This is the world's busiest airport after all. This is in fact the world's busiest. Also the computer is at half battery, so oh, look at this. I was not expecting that. That one coming in from London Heathrow, flight 37. This one's a 767 400 ER. So this is the bigger version of the 300 ER, which is also big too. This one rocketing on out of here on the other side. That was legendary. Wonder if we'll get more arrivals like this. We have another 717-200. We have a A320 from Reagan National. I've been up to Reagan National only once in 2023. That was before I started my plane spotting career. Upper at Long Beach and then LAX, and then now here I am in Atlanta. So it's great. It's great to be out here, especially with nighttime plane spotting, because we did this again. We did this in San Diego when I had my Kodak Pix Pro camera, and yes, this doesn't really do the job of San Diego because it is hot and muggy up there. Over here it's like really cool up here. Here's the 767 again. This is coming in from London Heathrow, flight 37. This one's delivered, I believe, around the mid 2000s. Could be 2000, 2001, 2000, 2002, somewhere around there. We got the. We have another 400 ER. We had that one taken off over there on 9 left. That one was delivered in 2001. So before my big bro was born. All right, we have a 717 over here. All right, that one is in. Oh, whoa! Okay, this is really nice. Look at that. Those like lights up on the car, up on the terminal right there. There's like it's like completely illuminated. It looks so pretty. Look at that! Wow, Atlanta Dulles. It looks like it says Washington Dulles up there. IAD. Those lights are on, so signifying it needs to push back. Here's to that plane again. Legendary arrival here on 7 on 8 left. That was pretty impressive. Seeing this bird again up here again, because you've seen it like once or twice up on the north side over at LAX, and then only once here on the south side over at LAX. But wow, what a surprise! So we will be back here probably tomorrow if the weather conditions are perfect, because tomorrow is going to be a long day ahead of ourselves, because we have AFCON tomorrow. This is going to be A320. That one coming in from Reagan National. That one is an A320, I believe an X Northwest bird. All right. Let's see. Over here we have the 737, and then we have the MAX 8 over there. Just waiting for its departure. Here comes there's the A320 pushing back over there. I want this one to go here to 8 right, because we've seen all the other ones go to 8 to 9, either 9 right or 9 left. So there it is right there, pushing back from the gates of the concourse, the Lucebo concourse. That one is over at this terminal, at the domestic terminal at Concourse T. That's where I got off. Right. So we got 5 more minutes left, as you can tell. My dad, thank you so much. Anyway, we're waiting for that A320 to push back. Okay, so it is not. Oh no. So this one, unfortunately, will be a 9 left to take off. So we are almost done with plane spotting. We have hit we only hit half an hour, because this is just gonna be just a short stream, and then after that we're gonna wrap up the night. So here's our last few arrivals. All right, that one just landed, so we have 5 minutes left, according to him. But oh well. Looks like we got to make the night count. That's already crazy. Let's see. We have the JetBlue Puerto Rico livery taking off on 9 left. There could also be a possibility of a 9 left departure as well. Oh man, we have the Dassault Falcon again. Let's go back to that one. We just saw this one early up in the stream. This one, I believe, could be coming from somewhere. I'm not entirely too sure where this one came from, but oh boy. And then that one, my goodness. My goodness, dude. Look at that. Not sure how you're gonna get out of here. Oh well. Wait, what order are you gonna go? Are you gonna go to 8 left, 8 right, like the other one? Over there, we have a Delta 737 again. No wide bodies, there's only wide body arrivals. We have not seen a single A220 over here. That is so tragic. We'll only see one, which is a JetBlue, but overall, we haven't seen that much. So we only saw a Delta Frontier. That one coming in. We have this. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, there goes that one. Oh, it's actually an A330. That one just pushed back, so it's going to 9 left. Take off. And then there's that one coming in from Heathrow. So one's going to Heathrow, one's coming in, one's going out. All right, so we have our last couple of arrivals up there. Here's the Puerto Rico decorated A320. This one's taking off on 9 left. This one's going to be taking off here on 8 right. So, dang. Alright, there goes Virgin Atlantic over there. Delta, I believe it needs to go find a gate immediately. The Team USA plane has yet to depart. I'm not sure where it's going, but I'm very sure myself we're going to get hopefully something special, hopefully something epic. Let me see the registration. Not taking off. This one's going to take off at 11:30. So basically before midnight. So that one's taking off basically before midnight territory. All right. We don't see that much going on over here, but we do have a good hotel view from the hotel room. So again. It is now, let me show you the sky. It is now nighttime officially right now. So it is now nighttime. The sun has officially set for the night. So by the entire airport, it is now fully illuminated. Almost fully illuminated. Here's that A319. Either gonna oh my god. Anyway, this one heading up to Concourse T. Terminal N. I'm very confused. This airport is super hard to navigate. There's other arrivals over there on that runway, because that runway is super hard to get. Here's this 767 going back over here, I think. This one, so these engines are run like TF6 engines. That's a Rolls Royce. I can't even tell what Rolls Royce engine is it. Here's that one. That one coming over here. The MX-8 has yet to start its taxi. Alright, so this one heading to JFK officially. That one flight 820. This one's an A320. And now it's fully gotten dark. Look at that. Holy, I'm trying to. Oh my goodness, I don't want to get too tired and then have to get the stream out. All right, so that one is starting its taxi down to 9th left. There is another arrival over there. I can't even tell. That one over there. Here comes this bird. It's another 737, 900 ER. Alright, so here's this bird. Should find it. That one's a Delta 717 arriving. That one over there is actually just started its taxi, so I just pushed back and started taxiing to 9 left over here at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International. There is a plane up in the sky. I can't even tell. Let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. We can see it up there. This one heading up to international seas or overseas. Now you can tell up there. Up there. Alright, let's go back to Hartsfield. Let me see that plane flying over the house, flying over the hotel. That one, I believe, is flying somewhere. I can't even tell on the radar. So that one heading to Tampa. This one's an A320 with Frontier Airlines. Wow. That was weird. Also, there goes the Virgin Atlantic A330 to London Heathrow. Here comes another A321. That was actually pretty cool. Alright, so it has now gone dark. Here's some birds in the sky. That was pretty cool. Alright, soon we're gonna end the stream. No, wait a minute. No, hold on. How many more Delta planes do we got? We got like a whole bajillion of them. That one's not going anywhere. It's going. Is it gonna take off here? Here's some 717 again. So tomorrow, I don't know if it's gonna rain here, but if it does rain, we're gonna have to move the stream, the entirety of the stream indoors because most of this equipment is super expensive to get fixed. So this one is, in fact, we'll be taking off over here. This one's a Dassault Falcon. It looks like a Taylor Swift type of jet. Does that belong to her? Also, here comes the 767-300ER, another one. What engines do you have this time? You have probably those PW engines. Yep, those are Pratt & Whitney engines. Let's see. United now coming in. United coming into 8 right. Let's see what's about over here. This would be a miracle if it did. Also, the airport's going to get fully bright, so a few more minutes and then we'll put everything to rest for the next day. Let's see. Alright. So, well, that'll do it. That'll maybe do it for the night, but again, thanks for coming out for this like hour and a half, 2-hour stream. For this hour and a half stream. It's been a while, but we're back. If you enjoy the stream, subscribe, like, do whatever you want. I think we might be back here tomorrow. Who knows? Depends on the weather condition. I'll see you all later then. Goodbye.